What's going on, guys? Tristan24 here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I have match week 39 predictions for the championship. So if you're ready, smash that likes button, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, match recap from last week then, and my predictions. So the first game kicked off was Boro against Swansea, and actually, breaking news, Middlesbrough have sacked Jonathan Woodgate, and guess who they've replaced with? Only ex-Cardiff manager Neil Warnock. So it's going to be interesting how my predictions turn out now with, even though he managed Cardiff and I support Swansea, I'm still going to say he's a great manager and he should get Middlesbrough out of this hard situation. He's got a lot of experience, and even experience in the Premier League. He's a top manager, despite being ex-Cardiff. So, of course, Woodgate's last game in charge was against Swansea, and that game I predicted 2-0 Swansea. Ended up being 3-0 to the Swans. Game finished in the first half. Should have been about 6. But, well, not that clinical, and Ryan Brewster nearly got a hat-trick. But next game, Fulham Brentford, I said 2-2. It ended up being 2-0 to Brentford. Is this the time Fulham as well starts to go downhill because of no fans? We're really going to see which teams really do need their fan support and which teams can sort of cope without them. Next game, Millwall against Derby. I thought it was going to be a 1-1 draw, but it turned out to be a really interesting game. 3-2 to Derby, and for Swansea and other teams, that is really good because Millwall are up there in contention for the playoffs. They've dropped off a little bit, so they'll be hoping that other teams above them could slip up in the coming weeks. Next game after that was Hull against Charlton. I said 1-0 Charlton, and guess what? It was 1-0 Charlton. I'm not saying I'm an expert, but it takes some skill to get that one right. Next one, Sheffield Wednesday against Nottingham Forest. I thought Forest were actually going to win 3-0, but turns out 1-1 draw. Turns out that Forest really do need their fans, and it seems like they're missing them already. Next game was Reading against Stoke. I said 2-0 Stoke. I thought they would win it. Ended up being a 1-1 draw. Next game, QPR against Barnsley. Now QPR as well. I said 3-1 QPR, but Barnsley, never underestimate the lower teams. They come away with a 1-0 victory. Great victory for them. Luton Preston. I said 1-0 Preston, but Luton actually surprised them with a 1-1 draw. We could see the great escape from Barnsley and Luton. Huddersfield against Wigan, I said 2-1 Huddersfield. But Wigan, their great run of form before is carrying through. They actually beat them 2-0. Blackburn Bristol, I thought it was going to be stalemate, 0-0 draw. Turned out, Blackburn, a class side. They are top class. Ended up being 3-1 to Rovers. Next game was West Brom against Birmingham. I said 2-1 West Brom. I thought they'll beat their rivals. Ended up being a 0-0 draw as well. So a few 0-0 draws this weekend. Cardiff Leeds. I said 2-0 to Leeds away. I thought they would be doing well. No fans, but they're another club that really need their fans. And if Leeds bottle it this season, will they ever go up? And will Bielsa still want to manage a team, keep bottling it? I don't know. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments, along with your predictions. But it ended up being 2-0 to Cardiff. Fair play to them. They're on a playoff hunt as well. Good luck to every team. On to my predictions after this. So, starting us off, we have Brentford against West Brom. This is match week 39, guys, as well. So, Brentford, West Brom. I'm actually going to predict a 2-1 Brentford victory. Now, Of course, Brentford are a team in form at the moment. They've just beat Fulham 2-0, and West Brom, their fans, without them, it's going to be difficult, and I can't see them winning this game against Brentford. I can see Brentford winning 2-1. Charlton QPR. QPR lost points in the last game as well. Charlton picked up a victory over Hull, a huge win for them. But for this one, I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. Preston against Cardiff, a playoff game in contention for the playoffs, 6th place spot. I'm going to say 2-0 to Cardiff. Preston, for me, they've just slipped up and I can't see them reviving it now. Swansea against Luton. I'm actually going to go with a 3-0 Swansea win. Of course, I forgot about this one predicted last week, but of course, our manager, Steve Cooper, actually managed England under 21s or 23s, I think. Under something. And they actually won the World Cup, and he said after the game he's used to playing with no fans. So for Swansea, this could actually be a big advantage with the manager able to share his tactics with the players and all that stuff. So that's why I'm going to go with a 3-0 home victory for the Swans against Luton. But it's only predictions, anything could happen. Barnsley Millwall, I think it's going to be a 3-1 Millwall win. They'll bounce back from last week, I'm pretty sure, but that was a tough game against Derby. Derby next against Reading, I reckon it's going to be a 3-1 win for Derby. Reading, they're a decent club and they're just one that no one really notices. They're in the middle a bit, but next season I do believe they could be up there in the playoff race. Here first. Next game, Birmingham against Hull. I'm going to say 2-0 to Birmingham. Hull, will they be going down? And it's looking quite possible. Sorry, Hull fans, but it's the way it is. A huge loss from Jared Bowen and Grosicki. Next game, Leeds against Fulham, another title contender game. And Leeds, I reckon, are going to bounce back after the game against Cardiff. So will Fulham, their defeat to Brentford. But no one's going to win here. I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. Next game, Stoke against Middlesbrough, newly managed by Neil Warnock. Now, Neil Warnock, of course, not going to have long to be with the players, but I reckon he'll have long enough to explain some tactics, new style, maybe, whatever he wants to do. I'm going to say a 2-2 draw. Next game, Wigan against Blackburn. Wigan on great run of form, so are Blackburn. It's going to be difficult. I'm going to say just to edge it, a Blackburn 2-1. But if Wigan can stop them in any way in taking all the points, well done Wigan, and that'll be superb for Swansea and some other teams in the playoff race. Next game, Bristol against Sheffield, Wednesday. For this one, I'm actually going to say a 2-0 Sheffield Wednesday win. Now, before this break, Wednesday were on a terrible run of form. And they just weren't picking up points. And for the end of the season, I actually did the table predictor in my own time and thought they were going to finish as low as 15th. But with the draw against Forest last week, they proved that they were capable of playing without fans. And I actually see them winning quite a few now. I've got faith in them. I'm saying 2-0 Sheffield against Bristol. Bristol, they need points, but they've just not got the goal scorers anymore. And the final game of the weekend will be Forest, Nottingham Forest that is, against Huddersfield. For this game, I'm going to say a 1-0 win to Forest. They didn't show too much class against Sheffield Wednesday. And Huddersfield, they lost to Wigan, which is not a good result for them, because Huddersfield are actually down there, if you didn't know, in the league. So, I'm going to say 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. So, thank you all very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like if you do, subscribe if you're new. And next, after this bit, of course I'm ending the video now, but after this I'll show you my match score prediction recap for you guys, in case you didn't catch some of my results. So I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, football's back. Enjoy it, guys, because we've only got like 8 weeks left. But good luck to every team, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, stay safe everyone.
Bum 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 bum